Hey guys, it's Shane. Um, Coming live here in Illinois, just going to do a goal setting, little philosophies. Probably, I don't know, maybe a 4 or 5 part session. I don't know what it'll turn out to be. But really just some keys to understand before giving up on your goals. Um, I know we set goals and sometimes we struggle with maybe daily disciplines, but I just want to go through some of this valuable information that I feel that I've learned over the years from, uh, various mentors that I've been blessed to come into my life, like Mr. Jim Rohn and Mr. Brian Tracy. Um, just so many incredible mentors. I have too many to list. Anyway, getting into the goal session, why do we set goals? Goals really give us a sense of positive self-directed change. If you know anything about change, or maybe you're experiencing changes in your life, like I am right now, going through a major move, um, going through some turning points in my life. But because of these goals, they're all positive changes because I've set the standard beforehand. I knew the change was coming in my mind. Um, and without the goals, when change comes about in your life, usually it brings on stress. Maybe it's a negative change or whatever. So, two things to understand as a leader when it comes to goals, or just two things to understand in general. Um, Life happens and the same wind blows on us all. The difference um, in the arrival, maybe 5 or 10 years out, maybe a month or maybe 2 months out, is the set of the sail. I mean, the same wind blows on the boat. One ends up over here, one ends up over there. That difference in the arrival was the direction of the sail. And so we could use the sail analogy as our game plan, maybe as our goals. Um, so just understand that and set your sail, set goals. Another key point to understand is um, everything's either getting better or getting worse. You're never standing still. Um, you're either on the high road or you're on the low road. Sometimes it feels like, there really isn't any medium or any gray area at all. And understand that any system is better than no system. Any system that you have in play for attaining goals, or maybe it's a to-do list, you're just getting started and you want to feel a sense of accomplishment in your daily routine, so you're starting a to-do list and you're getting stuff done. That's great. That system is better than no system at all. Let's talk about four major reasons that people don't set goals. Number one, um, they don't realize the importance of goal setting. Number two, they don't know how. Number three, fear of rejection. And number four, fear of failure. Maybe as a child, or maybe when you're in high school, you had these great dreams or aspirations, and your friends and family, rained on your parade, or just told you the reasons why you weren't capable of filling the shoes. And so you built up this, ooh, I don't want to be rejected, or, so you don't go for it. And the thing about it is, you say to yourself, well, if I don't set any goals, and I can't fail at any of my goals because I haven't set any. But realize subconsciously you're self-sabotaging yourself, because if you don't set any goals, you can't reach them. And if you don't set goals, you can't win. Um, so like I said, start setting goals. Anyway, I wanted to get into the 12 key points in goal setting. I feel that uh, this is kind of like the prerequisites to kind of not master, but at least understand and at least strive to get better in all 12 of these areas. And number one is desire. How badly do you want the end result? Okay? What are you willing to give up to achieve that goal? How badly do you desire it? That's huge. Just remember, your goals must be personal. You can't set goals for other people, because that there in itself is merely a desire. Um, Give you a real brief story. It kind of changed my life when I realized the difference between a goal and a desire. I was getting all frustrated in my first endeavor, wondering why, all the goals that I had set weren't coming about. And I realized that the goals that I had set were only attainable if other people worked and done the effort. So understand that I couldn't control that. Um, I couldn't control what they did. I mean, I could motivate them and I could teach them and I could show them by example. But ultimately, it was up to them. So that was just my desire. And so when I started focusing on um, achieving the results indirectly, in a sense, making my goals activities that I could regulate on a daily basis. If my goal was to sell 10 bars of soap, and it took me, every 10 that I talked to, I sold one bar. My goal was now 100 people. Talk to 100 people, I was guaranteed to sell that 10 bars of soap, according to my law of averages. So, understand the difference between a goal and a desire, and develop a burning passion, something that gets you up early, keeps you burning the midnight oil. Develop that passion, create that burning desire. And number two is belief and intention. You must create a knowing on a cellular level that the goal is possible for you. See, when I first started, I said, that's possible. That can be done. But then I didn't really think that it was possible for me, because I hadn't, maybe I hadn't developed all the necessary skills. That was a key point. I was brand new in business, never been in business before, so I had to kind of grow into that person. It took me a little bit longer, but I had to develop that knowing that it was possible for me, just as long as I could fulfill the commitments and learn the necessary skills to get the job accomplished. So, understand that your beliefs create your reality. If you don't believe it's possible for you, I promise you're not going to stay up late trying to get the projects done. You're not going to get up early, with a burning passion if you don't believe it's possible for you. So do understand that your beliefs create your reality, and make sure that your goals are believable. For me, setting incremental goals have been the most motivating. And I found that if you act happy, even when you're not, you'll soon to feel happy. Talking about your beliefs creating your reality, you've heard the principle act as if. Same kind of rule applies. Moving on, number three, write it down. This is huge. This is kind of like the turning point in goal setting, is writing your goals down on paper. It really crystallizes your goals. It makes your goals tangible. I heard a statistic that less than 5% of Americans have clear, written, specific goals, and everybody works for that 5%, pretty much, on an average. But make your goals crystal clear, be specific, be objective, be measurable, and there's kind of I want to say a science, in a sense, or a magical thing that happens when you write down your goals. Brian Tracy says that you can achieve anything that you can put in ink. Anything that your hand can write, your mind can put to work, and you can accomplish. It just might take time. As Don Hudson says, there's no unrealistic goals, just unrealistic deadlines.